All right, so what's the whole deal? I'm going to give you the rundown. Most of you, I'd say 99.9% of you, because you spend time on the interwebs, you know who, what's her name, Haley. This, what's her name? Haley Welsh. I don't know why I forgot that for a moment. You'll find out how she went from viral internet sensation of spit on that thing to top 5 podcasts in the country, viral sensation, getting interviewed by literally everybody because they want the clicks and the views, to crypto scammer, possibly insider trading, all in the span of a very short time. I mean, I'm not even mad at her. I'll be honest. She's stupid. She listened to the wrong people. She's stupid, but I'm not even mad on her. She got her 15 minutes of fame. She's doing absolutely everything in her power to monetize it and to do her thing. I'm not even going to hate on her for that. I think most of us, I mean, if I got 15 minutes of fame, I'd probably be like, hey, go to Locals, go to Rumble, whatever, support me, jump to my podcast. Whatever. I'd probably do the same thing. I'm not even going to lie. Apparently, somebody said the other day, and they took a picture of it over on Locals. I saw it somewhere where somebody said they saw in Nashville, they saw a bumper sticker that said, just spin on that thing. And I'm like, bumper stickers? Podcasts? I mean, I'll give the girl props. So anyway, this is from Shuriken. And this is just a quick summary. I've got lots of video and stories to read from. Want to steal $50 million? Well, the Hawk Tuah girl did. She launched a meme coin, rugged it, and then shamelessly went to sleep like nothing happened. Now, she didn't get the 50 million, but other people got the 50 million. She probably cleared, I'd say, a couple million out of the rug pull. He says, in case you don't know who the rug pull is, in case you don't know who the rug puller is, the Hawk Tuah girl, her real name's Haley Welsh, 22-year-old woman from, I think, Nashville. For her TikTok video, this is what she went viral for, I think, sometime last year.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing.
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk Tuah, spit on it, spit on it.
And there you go. He says she became very popular, started collaborating with many celebrities. She launched a Talk to a podcast, which became the 5th most popular podcast in the world. Let me say that again. 5th most popular podcast in the world. This is why I genuinely feel we're doomed. I do. She went viral. I mean, I guess she's funny and interesting, but whatever. Again, no hate. It's just, really, this is who the masses have decided to listen to. If I became the number 5 podcaster in the world, I myself would be questioning society's direction. And let's be honest, I would probably say it's not a very good idea. But the fact that she did, anyway, then she made a terrible mistake. She got into crypto shortly after. She launched her own meme coin. This is her screaming about it, I think. Let me play this.
My Hawk meme coin is live.
All right, and her coin quickly hit a market cap of 500 million, and then it immediately nuked into 25 million, 95% of the money gone in a few minutes. And then after the coin started dipping, she posted saying her team didn't sell any tokens. Obviously, she was lying. And everything goes downhill from there. There's a guy, a crypto investor. His name's Coffeezilla, and he's got 632,000 followers. He's very much into both crypto, and he's into exposing scams. And he started calling her out on this stuff. Needless to say, he went viral on it. So we're going to talk about all of that. I've got a couple of stories. I got about 6 minutes of audio of this meeting where you can hear the crypto investors getting called out, and they don't have any responses. Then we'll talk about our Colombian hit woman. Before we get into all of that, let me quickly thank today's sponsor, the wellness company, TWC Health. They've partnered with me. They got some medical emergency kits they want to tell you about. I think it's a good thing to be prepared for your future. The deep state strikes back with a clear message to create nuclear war as Trump transitions into office. Now we know why all the celebrities were building bunkers. It's confirmed NATO fires missiles into Russian territory, forcing Putin to the brink of nuclear war. We haven't been this close to World War III since the Cuban Missile Crisis. And you guys know Putin doesn't mess around, and NATO is purposefully backing him into a corner for a reason. If global disaster strikes, are you prepared? 90% of medications come from overseas. You need to cover the bases. or your bases, for you and your family's medical needs and prepare for any type of medical catastrophe. And the Wellness Company's emergency kits are your best defense against the unexpected. Packed with life-saving medications like ivermectin, Z-Pak, amoxicillin, and more, these kits combine combat bacterial infections, staph, bite wounds, UTIs, strep throat, and respiratory illnesses. Each kit includes their medical board-approved guidebook that walks you through how to treat different medical emergency scenarios. Ordering your prescription emergency kit is easy and fully digital. Answer a couple of questions after checkout, and your kit is delivered to your front door. Don't wait until disaster strikes. Act now. Get prepared for life emergencies and live with confidence in these uncertain times. Kits are only available in the USA. You can get yours today by heading to twc.health/oddmanout and use code oddmanout to get $30 off and free shipping. That's twc.health/oddmanout, code oddmanout for $30 off and free shipping. Links are down below. Okay. So, Hawktua Girl launches crypto. She says, I used to think it was a scam. Here she is opening her box for hitting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, a plaque that I never received, interestingly enough. They say influencer Haley Welsh, known as the Hawktua Girl, has launched her own cryptocurrency, but admitted she previously thought it was just an easy way for you to lose money. Ironically, she is correct for the people that invested in her coin. But of course, she made a couple million. She went viral after she was filmed on YouTube. We already talked about it. She transformed her renowned fame into a successful merchandise line and a podcast featuring notable guests like entrepreneur Mark Cuban. So Hawktua Girl can get Mark Cuban on her show, but Mark Cuban won't go on to Joe Rogan. Okay, that makes sense. However, Welsh told Fortune that her meme coin named Hawk is not just a cash grab. I got a button for that. As its value plunged $440 million in just 20 minutes. Newsweek has reached out to Welch for comment outside of normal working hours. A meme coin is a type of cryptocurrency inspired by internet memes or jokes. Coins often gain popularity due to social media trends. Welch said she changed her mind about crypto after attending conferences. I have a feeling she didn't go to conferences. She probably met with a couple of crypto dudes that maybe showed her some conferences or some information. She heard she could make millions, and she was like, yeah, I'm in. When asked about the appeal of the currency, she called it a really good thing and said it was a good way to interact with my fans by apparently taking all of their money. However, she admitted she wasn't aware of any specific perks for holders of her meme coin. Her manager mentioned plans to foster more fan engagement around it, though no details were provided. Welsh, who described her new venture as Hawkonomics. Oh, this is so cringe. Again, no hate. If you don't know who the sucker is at the poker table, it is you. And apparently a lot of people were $500 million worth of suckers. Good job. Darwinism at its finest. Her manager mentioned her plans to foster more fan engagement around it. Welsh, who described her new venture as Hawkonomics, watched the coin initially skyrocket to $500 million before plummeting to under $60 million, with people online alleging insider trading and sniping tactics where early adopters monopolized tokens to drive up prices before cashing out. Well, smash cut to this article. Let me scroll back up to the top. Sell that thing. Hawktua Girl faces pump and dump allegations as crypto coin collapses hours after launch. You know, it's kind of funny. I love the fact that Independent, without even knowing this, used the term pump and dump, which, yes, obviously is a long-used term in finance. But it is kind of ironic that a girl that goes viral for screaming Hawktua to spit on that thing on a microphone, who's likely been pumped and dumped several times in her life, goes viral for pumping and dumping her fans. There's just sweet irony in that. Anyway, the dollar sign Hawk, which crashed by more than 90%. 22-year-old internet personalities being accused of scamming investors. Now this overlaps a little bit with the other article I just read, so I'm trying to skip around the repeated stuff. They say the rapid nosedive was credited by some to insider wallets and snipers, entities that rapidly buy up huge amounts of a token supply at launch, which reportedly controlled between 80 and 90% of Hawk's supply. According to Cointelegraph, one wallet managed to purchase 17.5% of the meme coin supply worth $993,000 at the time, and sold it less than 2 hours later for a profit of $1.3 million, which means they cashed out at $2.3 million. Can you imagine making $2.3 million or clearing $1.3 million for your own pocket just 2 hours after you invested. Yes, it's a huge risk, but I mean, if you have that kind of money to burn, you have the opportunity to make even more of that money to burn. Many online commentators accuse Welsh and her team of a pump and dump scheme, whereas coins are bought at a low price, heavily promoted to inflate their value, and then sold off at a peak, often by company insiders. Well, obviously she's denied the allegations, and she said, oh, this is the key part. This is what's kind of crazy. She says, we tried to stop snipers as best we could through high fees in the start of launch. And she writes, fees have now been dropped. Well, here's what Coffeezilla was calling her out on is, okay, so you impose these high fees to 15% for buying and selling the coin, right? You impose these high fees to stop that transactions from happening. Who collected the fees? Where did the fees go? Because you put in these high fees to stop sniping, but it didn't stop the sniping, and now you've collected 15% of $500 million. Where are those fees, and who's getting them? Well, I'm not going to read down through the rest of this. We're going to go straight to Asmongold, which he has 1 million subscribers. He did a 2-minute clip on this. I'm not going to play it, but he's been calling it out. Other YouTubers are now calling it out, and it's all over Twitter. Coffeezilla is the main guy that's been calling it out on Twitter. YouTuber accuses Hawk to a girl of rug pull. And I want to play this for you guys. It's about 6 minutes, but it shows you again how if you don't know much about finance and you're a dumb person, but maybe you've saved your money or you've done relatively well at yourself or for yourself, and you think you're going against the big dogs and somehow you're going to trick other people that have been doing this a lot longer and that are a lot smarter at it than you, you're going to be the sucker at the table. And that's what happened to hundreds of thousands of people that invested and bought hundreds of millions of dollars of this stupid coin, because it went from 500 million to around 60 million, and it's probably still falling. And somewhere in there, I'm sure people said, you know what, I'm going to buy this at the IPO or the launch, and it's going to go viral, and I'm going to sell out. And in the meantime, the minute they bought, they'd already lost, because the people that bought at the inception or got the money before the coin was even public, they buy in basically at zero. It was how many decimals did they use? 0.00. They said it in this other. They bought in at 0.00004 cents. And then it sold at 0.005, which is, that's a multiple of several tens of thousands that it went up. Well, if you get to get in before anybody's even offered the coin, anybody that pays for any portion of that coin after that, they lose, you win. And that's exactly what happened. So even the person that got the very first public trade on this coin was already a loser by tens of thousands of fold. Here's the 6-minute clip or 5-minute and change clip. I do want to play this because I find this fast. This is to me less about the Hawk to an idiot, and it's more about how dummies are going to be dummies, and they think they're going to outsmart the system, and they get absolutely demolished. That's the thing I find the most fascinating about this, is it's less about the Hawk to a girl, and it's more about everybody else's stupidity. And I'm so impressed that people think they're going to outgame a system where obvious insiders are controlling the game. Let me speed this up. Let me see if I can I speed this up just a little bit? I'm not sure if I can. Let me click it over on X and see if I can.
I have questions. I have questions. I'm raising my hand. Hey, guys.
What Coffeezilla?
Hey, this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys.
I'm not going to interrupt this much. That's Haley right at the beginning. And he's like, this is the most miserable release ever of any coin. And she says, then why the fuck are you on? Because I'm calling you out? Again, imagine being the quote-unquote name on this brand, the supposed inventor of this, and when somebody says this is a horrible loss, your first reaction is telling them to F off. Stupid. Now, I know 100% Coffeezilla did not buy this. I know that. He's not stupid. He's a crypto investor. But he is going to call it out for the BS.
Generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No, that's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
It's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So.
Yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We can answer that.
You know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
Coffeezilla, just chill for a second.
And it's getting sold for $50K. Who is that?
Definitely not us. You think we're doing this for $50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talking to the wrong guy. You're usually these bullshit scammers out here.
So y'all just rug pulled a bunch of people.
No, there's no rug. We're here every single day. There's no rug pull. It's not done by us. Yeah, snipers sniped it up to an insane market.
No, it's not the snipers.
That was not us.
That was you know that.
Listen, no. I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme. Which is who? Who's that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welsh.
And that's right. That's the big thing right there that everybody's pissed off directly at Haley Welsh. The millions of dollars in fees that they're collecting for these fees so that the sniping doesn't happen, that did happen anyway, they say goes to the project. Who is the project? Haley Welsh. So Haley Welch just became a millionaire by charging idiots 15% for buying and selling her meme coin. And so even if she's not involved in, because she supposedly can't sell her initial coins that she got, I guess there's something to where she can't sell them for a year. It doesn't matter. Even if she got 1 million of these coins or 10 million of these coins and she can't sell them, it doesn't matter. She's made millions on just the fees they were charging to buy and sell her coin. That's the scamming that people are pissed off about. Yes, the sniping as well, and all the other things. But the fact that she just directly was like, I'm going to collect 15% of every transaction that happens on this coin. And now she's a millionaire because of it. A girl that goes viral for spit on that thing at 3 a.m. after coming out of a club is now worth millions of dollars by scamming idiots. And again, I don't feel bad for the idiots. I think I'm happy. Honestly, I'm happy. Every one of them lost thousands. I'm fine. I have no problems with that. I feel the same way about idiots that want to pay only fools content creators $5 or $10 a month. I do not care. A fool and his money are soon parted. If you don't know who the patsy or the sucker is at the poker table, it's you. Good on her for running her. But the problem is she hustled people illegally. There's a difference. You got to play by certain rules in investing. I don't think her dumbass knew that. I think the people that got involved in this coin did, but she's the face of it. Well, there you have it. Coffeezilla is correctly calling this out, saying, what is going on? So to kind of, sum it all up, I'm still going to be following along with the story. I'm certainly going to update it. But podcaster darling and 15 minutes of fame, she did everything she could to monetize it. But the bumper stickers weren't enough. The T-shirts weren't enough. The merchandise wasn't enough. Having the fifth largest podcast in the world and the advertising revenue that comes on that for ads that you read, that wasn't enough. So she decided to get into the crypto scam and the finance industry. And I have a feeling that not only is this going to destroy her credibility, I think it's going to ruin her merchandise. I think it's going to ruin her podcast. I think this is going to tarnish her to the point where no one wants to touch it anymore. No one wants to touch her anymore. So she just couldn't be with well enough or let well enough alone. Because I guarantee you, she's already probably a millionaire just based on the ad revenue she would get on the 5th biggest podcast in the world. Like Joe Rogan is probably number 1 or number 2 maybe, and he makes $100 million, or he signed a Spotify deal, I think, for a few years for like 100 or 200 million. So he's probably making 50 million. Could she make $1 million or $2 million on the ad revenue? Oh, easily. But that wasn't enough. She got greedy. She had to push it. She had to keep going for more. That 15 minutes of fame, I got to make sure I can bank and be rich for the rest of my life off this. She got greedy. And now I think her name is going to be so tarnished and so poisonous that people are just like, nope, not going to get anywhere near this brand, this name, or this woman with a 50-foot pole. She overdid it and overextended herself, and she couldn't let she couldn't let it be just what it is. She couldn't leave well enough alone, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So to all you suckers out there, congratulations. Between the Only Fools chick that I just heard was made $48 million in a year, and now this dingbat making several million from ad revenue and then suckering people out of their coins. Do you understand now why they want men stupid? Why they want men pliable? Why they want men feminized and unsure and non-stoic and just unintelligent? Because they just use them as resources. I don't know how many women between Only Fools and now this chick and other ones that are taking advantage of men and young men that don't know any better and think they're making their way in the world, and they're getting wrung through the ringer. I don't feel bad for those guys. It's on them to figure out what they're doing, but whatever it is, this ain't it.